Ready.
Coming up, we'll see Ron Rivera return to Carolina. Washington faces the Panthers for the second straight season, as Rivera hopes to even up his record against his old team. Next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Washington football team. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they enter play here. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for visiting Washington, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Enter, kickoff middle, kickoff left.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They will be led out by their now 44-year-old quarterback playing in his 22nd NFL season. Unbelievable. The great Tom Brady.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And not the start he was hoping for there, so maybe...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Play, and it's second down now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second and 10. Now Brady. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And
entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Brady. To Barkley on the check down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away.
R1 button.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. Leading him out, the rookie from Ohio State at 22 years of age, it's Justin Fields.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. Slugosing. AHP zone WK.
Stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sight set on another big game right here.
Cross button. Triangle button. Triangle button.
Downfield.
Cross button.
That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels.
Entering play call.
Looks like
Quick slant.
40. Yeah, that's good for a
Inside zone.
And that'll make it a second down.
Plan. Error. Player. Error 9. Formation. Goal line. Gun. Escape. Weak. Strong. I form.
They're always discussed on defense.
AHB stretch.
There. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42.
They run for
Cross button.
Javonte
R2 button.
The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 3 touchdowns on the ground, and then Charles, he threw one in through the air for good measure.
Yeah, you know you have to account for him in all situations. I mean, we know he can run the heck out of the football.
Entering play call. Close. Error 3 category. Inside zone.
Into the end zone.
Flanker drive. Inside zone. Cross button. R2 button.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington.
Entering play call. Close. There are 3 categories. You have 12 options. Flanker drive. AHB leg dive. Formation. There are 9. Concept. Screen. Play. Keep. Keep pass. Media. Run. Screen pass. Play action. Pat. Do. Pared. Sprint. Pa HB wheel.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Cross button.
Play action. Fields.
Triangle button. Cross button.
There's Jefferson to pull that in. And he is out of bounds.
Entering play call. There are 2 categories. Concept. Screen pass. Run. Inside zone split.
A week ago.
And how did he get him? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
Now a first down. It's Williams. Give him a couple on the carry there.
Entering play call. Inside zone. There are 11 categories. Inside zone split. Concept. Screen pass. Play action. Do. There.
To hold him under, because to me that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout.
Triangle button.
To keep pace.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. So they'll get 8.
Entering play call. Do.
A 3rd and 1.
And they'll use
Concept. Screen pass. Run. Inside zone split.
4 catches.
AHB zone WK.
Right there.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
Cross button.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Entering play call. Inside zone split. Zone thick jet. In close zone ST. AHB zone WK.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Cross button. R2 button.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Entering play call. Inside zone. There are concept. There are 9 cat. Play type. There are concepts. Play action. Do. Sprint HB flat.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
R1 button.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Cross button.
Got this
Cross button.
tight end Pitts. 4 yards on the completion, and it's
Entering play call. Padu. Sprint HB. Padu.
football early.
Sprint HB flat.
Say we're going to
Call HB real.
4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
And taken down at the 21. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Field goal 38 yards is selected. Gun plan. There are player. There are formation. Concept. Deep pass. Media. Quick. Opt. Rel. Script. Play action. Sprint HB flat.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Entering play call. Pick FGH shovel. Gun plan. There are player. There are 9 categories. Formation. There are concept. Keep. Media. Rel. Screen. Play action. Do. Padu left. Padu. Padu left.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
56, check 56.
They snap it to Fields.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Triangle button.
A shot for the end.
Cross button.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. The numbers for him from a week ago. 25 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
To the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on him.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Brady. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
To run at the quarterback like that, usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, A little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Up safe man.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
R2 button.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And this offense last time...
Entering plate, Padu.
Didn't get it.
HP wheel.
Because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on
Square button.
Maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
Button.
Maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that loosen up things a little bit. Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Entering Padu.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Cross button.
Play action. It's Fields.
Cross button. Cross button.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on...
Entering play call, barrel 2, concept, screen pass, run, inside zone split.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Now one button.
Here's Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Entering play call, inside zone jet. Concept, there are option, run, screen, play action, pass print HP, Padu, pass print HP flat, pass print HP flat, pa HP wheel.
2nd and 11.
Cross button.
The playoff as he'll look to throw.
Cross button. Circle button.
Hands of Pitts, the tight end.
Entering play call. Padu. Pass print HP flat. Padu.
And you don't want to get
Padu red.
But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Cross button.
Fields off the bootleg.
Square button. Square button.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him bumped down, says the side judge. And that's going up for a 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Entering play, Padu. Triangle button.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Cross button. Triangle button.
And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Well,
Entering play call. Do.
Flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy.
HE wheel. Concept. Screen pass. Run. Inside zone split.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
56 is mine. 56 is mine. Stop your whining.
Following the penalty, it's Williams.
Cross button.
Taken across for a Panthers touchdown. Javonte Williams. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. This is a crew that come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Cat event is selected.
I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And, Charles, you look at these 2 teams. These are those kind of litmus test games in the second half.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Read them depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And that is incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Brady. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Brady. That's complete to Ward. 3 yards the gain there.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Brady's throw there complete. So the completion good for just...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The running back, this position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Brady going to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Again, it's Brady. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Washington with their first trip to the red zone thus far.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Brady. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On second down, here's Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Now the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That time a 9-play drive.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
R2 button.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place.
Entering play call, PHD slip screen.
Threat come January.
And are you
PHD stretch.
holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, Try to get the #1 seed.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are not slot cross.
January, and hopefully get to the Super Bowl.
PHP stretch alerts. Girls X go.
Right here, and what I mean by
Flanker spot.
possess the ball for a little while. Get
Flood.
these 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Circle button. R1 button.
Here's Fields.
Circle button. R1 button.
And down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. T vertical is selected.
quarterback.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far.
Cross button.
15.
Cross button. Triangle button.
That's complete.
R2 button.
Side to Lazard. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have...
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing now is Brady. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially...
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And speed. And they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Second and 2. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Washington on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Brady to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah, and you can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
first down. Brady. He's got Njoku, his big tight end.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Well, a tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On second down now, Barkley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You may also just sit back, dare you to throw it on him.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And he left no doubt.
Safe man left, base lock right, base lock left.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on fourth down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. Punt land, player, error, formation, punt, screen, play action,
Move the
pass sprint HD, far red.
Let's get a couple of first downs and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a first down throw.
Triangle button,
That'll be
cross button,
Stevenson.
cross button.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Entering play call, Padu, con, screen, run, option, quick pass, option, run. Inside zone split, AHB zone WK. Cross button,
They'll run on
cross
first.
button.
It's Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
Entering play call, inside zone split.
You realize it's not going
Concept, there are 9, formation, I4, scrum,
maybe later in the game.
close,
Try to establish
AHB
the
dive,
run
Podgy,
toughness now.
pa and around,
The perimeter later.
AHB zone WK.
Do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2. Here we go.
Now a 10th carry.
R2 button,
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at 1.
entering play call, hello, Podgy, pa and around,
1 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Frustrating for
formation,
offense,
weak,
energizing for
pistol,
offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in
single
the
back,
running game. That'll make the guys carrying the ball very,
wing
very
tight,
happy.
slug seam, quick, AHB stretch, AHB zone WK.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Cross button,
They'll hand it off now.
R2 button,
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Entering play call. Formation. Special. Single back. Concept. Screen. Play action. Do. Pass print HD flat. Red. Square button. Circle button. Cross button. R1 button. Circle button. R1 button. R1 button. Cross button.
That went into the hands of
R2 button.
Samuels. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Entering play call. Padu. Cross button.
Play action. Fields.
Cross button. Circle button.
He's going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. That catch good for only a couple.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Entering play call 2. There are 2 categories. You have 11 Padu.
Point of attack block.
Concept. Screen pass. Run.
But you can flex him
Inside zone split.
You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Cross button.
They go
R1 button.
with Williams. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Entering play call. Inside. Concept. There are 9. Play type. There are 9 category. Concept. Screen. Play action. Do. Padu. Pass print HD flat. Pa HD wheel.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Cross button.
Play action. Fields.
Triangle button. R2 button.
He's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Justin Jefferson. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Cat attempt is selected.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 13-7 ball game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the end result,
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Completes it to Hardman. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Second and 4.
A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
On the defense.
Washington on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Brady. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
R2 button.
A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There pulls combo.
Frankly,
AHD stretch.
out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
R1 button. Triangle button. R1 button.
He goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Cleveland Farrell able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit.
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they
Entering play call, coach suggest gun plan. Player, there are 9. Formation, there goal line. Gun, fist, weak, strap, I4, single back. Wing top, sluggo seam, AHD zone WK.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Cross button.
On the ground.
R1 button.
And he will double the space they have to work with.
Entering play call, wing tight. There are 9 categories. 26 0. Hustler the stretch.
near your own goal.
Formation, concept. There are screen pass. Play action pass. Pass sprint. Pass sprint HD. Pass sprint HD flat. HD wheel.
Find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 17.
Cross button.
Goal line here. Fields.
Triangle button. Circle button.
Play to the tight end Pitts. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So they don't run it. You said they should be very hesitant to throw it. They completed it, but not enough to pick up the 1st.
But any space you gain there is good space for your punter. So, yes, I said they should run the football. They threw it, got a little bit of distance. Things should be a little bit better now.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
See some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They begin with a run by Barkley. Oh, nice move. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Saquon Barkley. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
All right, who can stand up and make a play? It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 7. Here's a give to Barkley, and he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down. Stop.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
There's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. On play action, it's Brady. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And down inside the 50.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Involved. They can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
It's not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Brady. And it's caught.
Touchdown, Washington. Greg Ward, his third touchdown now on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Pass on for the extra point.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive in total 8 plays.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. HP draw is selected.
Opportunity, push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So
On plan, player, there are formation, concept, keep, media, run, screen, play action, do, pa red, pa sprint HD, pa HD wheel. Cross button.
It's Fields off the bootleg.
Triangle button. Circle button.
Pass catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And he'll be out of bounds.
Entering play call. Do. Sprint HD flat.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here. 2nd and 3.
Cross button.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Square button. Triangle button.
He'll want that one back. Incomplete.
Entering play call. Sprint HD red.
The third down.
Sprint HD flat. Sprint HD flat. HD wheel.
Catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
Play action. It's Fields.
Cross button. Circle button.
The hands of Pitts, the tight end.
2 yards is all they'll get.
Entering play call. Coach suggest. Kick punt FD. ISO.
Game that doesn't get him the first down.
On plan. There. Player. There are 9. Formation. There. Concept. Keep pass. Media. Quick. Run. Screen. Play action. Do. Sprint HD flat. Red.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Cross button.
Snap it to Fields.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Square button.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be
entering play call. There are 2 categories. You have 11 options. Positive left is selected.
As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go.
And Sprint HD flat.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Circle button. Triangle button.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Enter, Padu. Sprint HD flat. Pared. Padu left. Pared. Padu left.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, Fields.
Circle button.
That's
R2 button.
Dwelling. And he gets this down inside.
Entering play call. Padu.
Out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Fields now to throw.
Triangle button. Square button.
And incomplete. He was trying to...
Entering play call. Padu.
But now it'll be 3rd down.
R1 button.
Back to throw. Fields.
Circle button. Square button.
Got an open man.
R2 button.
Jefferson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout.
Entering play call.
16
Padu.
seconds to go in half number 1.
Sprint HD flat. Padu.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look.
Square button.
He's
Cross button.
touchdown Panthers.
Justin Jefferson.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they get a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Pick off left is selected.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
that was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before half for Brady.
He's going to look deep here for Ward.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And it's the Saints who are out in front.
Miles Sanders with a touchdown run. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Teddy Ballgame. Finally, we're out to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. Daniel Jones, terrific in the win, as his guys up their mark to 7-4 with the victory. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Entering gunflip, run out, throw it short, run out, run inside, blitz count, run inside.
Up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles
Defend out,
at
defend,
Bank of
defend
America
medium
Stadium.
pass.
Okay.
Entering play call, special teams, you have 6 options, return left is selected.
Tight contest so far. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
Entering play call, coach shock AHB slam.
They start the second half here with Williams.
Cross button.
Fighting through, and he's got space.
Cross button. R2 button.
And all the way down to the 12.
116 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Well, we've seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one, and this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there.
And what was impressive to me is not just how much he wanted it, but how he fashioned it. I mean, he was shedding tacklers left and right, evading tacklers left and right. And when you think about the energy it takes to ward guys off, that's really impressive. He still managed to keep
Entering play call, coach suggestions, double slants.
A lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on next-gen
On
stats.
plan, there are 9. Player, there are 9. Formation, there are gun. Pistol, weak. Strong. I form, single back, wing, sluggo seam.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read.
Entering play call, wing tight, there are 9 categories. You have sluggo seam, AHB zone WK.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
56 is mine. 56 is mine. You better be afraid. You better be afraid.
They run it again with
Cross button.
They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard.
Entering play call, swing tight, there are 9 categories. You have 12 options. HB zone WK is selected.
Pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
26. Formation. Concept. Keep. Media. Option. Run. Script. Play action. Pass sprint HD flat.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Cross button.
Play fake, now Fields to throw.
Square button. Square button. Square button.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Entering play call. There are 2 categories. Concept. There are screen, run, option, quick pass, medium pass, keep pass, play action, do, red, pass print, pa HD wheel.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Cross button.
Here's Fields.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Triangle button. Cross button. Cross button.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone, possibly get...
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Try and get this run game going. This is Barkley, and he'll go down at the 26.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Barkley. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Watch a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. By the Panthers. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
And caught up to it. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone.
Entering play. Padu.
Bad enough to
wheel.
But that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure. And a couple.
Triangle button.
That's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Circle button. Triangle button. R2 button.
Touchdown! Justin Jefferson. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Attempt is selected.
But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And the Washington offense going back to work.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A first down carry for Barkley.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Brady.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman.
Again.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Brady. And left side here, it's Graham. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. That's a big letdown defensively. They had him stop behind the line, but the face mask going to bail the offense out.
And the hand does not have to be up there for too long. Just a little bit.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
It's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Brady. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Second and 11 now. On play action, now Brady. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Daniil Hunter in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From midfield, here's Brady. And that is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here's Tressway now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the side.
Entering play call, speed dig, 94 will.
See what you did on the last drive.
On plan, there are 9 player, there are 9 formation, concept, there are 9 category, screen pass, play action, screen, run, inside zone split.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. They start the drive on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here.
Entering play call, inside zone, close zone S, AHP zone, WK, concept, auction, quick pass, media, keep cap, play action, formation, I form, close, mesh, AHP stretch, inside zone, flanker drive, AHP led dot, pa HP wheel, pa boot flow, pa HP wheel.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Cross button.
Again, it's Williams.
R2 button.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not good.
Entering play call, close. There are 3 categories. You have 12 options. HP led selected.
But he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right?
AHP stretch.
Hall of Fame. Had carries,
formation, concept, option, quick pass, media, keep pass, play action, screen pass, play action, do, pass sprint, pa HP wheel.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down.
Cross button.
Play action. Fields.
Cross button. Triangle button.
Here comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Draymond Jones able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Count is selected.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Well, not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over first and 10. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Now in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panthers sack. Daniil Hunter. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
He took him to the limits.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now,
entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. Zone split, quick slant, AHB dive,
care of the ball,
quick slant.
the ball, because here come the defenders.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 140 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And a run like that shouldn't surprise anyone who's ever seen Javonte Williams play. Compact, strong, physical runner. He ran for 1,000 yards at North Carolina.
Entering play call, recent plays, coach suggestion, on plan, player, there are 9, formation, high form, strong, low, JHB, hockey, high and around.
Many thought that Javonte Williams might be the best back in the draft.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
56,
cross button,
Play action, Fields.
triangle button, triangle button, triangle button, cross button.
It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it.
Entering play call, close. You have 9 options. Formation, there are 3.
Whether you're catching it with your hands,
Strong, high form,
comes together.
close,
The
mesh,
legs, in this case,
AHB stretch,
did a little toe tap.
inside zone,
Complete the catch.
AHB stretch.
By our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Cross button,
On 2nd down,
cross button.
it's Williams. He pushes forward for maybe 3.
Entering play call, close. There, inside zone,
A lot this year, but not that time.
flanker drive, 94 will.
Exactly right.
Formation,
Found
strong.
the end zone plenty of times.
I for
No
single back,
any fault with the
wing
call.
type,
You may not
sluggo seam, mesh,
Of course you're going to give it.
26 duo, Florida stretch, AHD stretch.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
Everyone go forward. Check, 42's the mark. Check, 42's the mark. Here we go.
Cross button,
They'll keep it on the ground.
cross button,
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs in the run game. Got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
entering play, AHD zone, 26 duo, AHD zone WK.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Cross button,
Williams.
R2 button,
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2.
Entering play call, wing tight, there are 9 category, flood, slugosing, mesh,
Down and
AHP dive,
he's got
quick slant.
what was denied as he tried to get the second one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Mike 42. Come on. You better bring it. Mike 42, Mike 42. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Cross button,
They'll run it with
R2 button.
And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line.
Entering play call, wing tight, there, AHP zone WK.
It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
Cross button, cross button.
And it's Williams. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, gun plan, player, there are 9, formation, special team, concept, keep pass, media, run, screen, play action, do, pass, print HP flat, HP wheel.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3.
Cross button,
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
square button, cross button.
For a Panther touchdown. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is good.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 9 categories, you have 15 options, pad attempt is selected.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown.
Entering play call, special teams, you have 6 options, kickoff left is selected.
Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 7 categories.
Moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Raekwon Davis racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 7 categories.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. And he drops it incomplete.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
This game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Here's Tressway now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Triangle button.
40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers about ready to take over. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Entering play call. Twice to
clock game. Yet at the same
on
time,
plan. Player. There are 9 formation. There are 9 scrum.
Offense is called 4-minute football.
Pistol.
Take
Gun.
the clock out of the game.
Goal line. Hail Mary. Specialty. Single. I form.
Down the field.
Look. Mesh. AHD stretch.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 45. They begin the drive with Williams. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the
entering play call. Close. There are 3 inside zone.
Corner up to make the stop.
Formation, concept, screen, run, option, quick pass, medium pass, keep pass, play action, do, correct, HD wheel.
Take any step, just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Cross button.
Fake the handoff. Now
circle button. Circle button.
Pass catching tight end. That's Pitts. Now he's able to take it.
Entering play call. Do. There are 2. Condu. Sprint HD flat. Red.
Third down.
Condu left.
Always a good place to throw
screen pass. Run.
Biggest targets.
Inside zone. Inside zone split. Close zone est. Inside zone split. Zone thick jet. Inside zone split.
Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Cross button.
On third down.
Here's button.
A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now in...
Entering play call. Inside zone. There are 11 categories. You have 36 options. HD zone. Inside zone split. HD zone WK.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10. They'll run it with Williams loses the football, but fortunately a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Entering play call. Inside zone. There are 11. AHD inside zone.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Cross button.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Always got some.
Button.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
171 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to hold.
Entering play call. Inside zone. There are 11 inside zones split.
In this game, didn't they? Looks like they're headed towards
Zone
a
fit check.
big number.
Inside zone split.
Threshold, because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Cross button.
They stick to the ground game on first
R2
down.
button.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right.
Entering play call. Inside zone split. Concept. Option. Quick pass. Medium pass.
Practice for this.
Formation. I form. Scrum. Close. AHP zone WK.
Trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Cross button.
They'll hand it off.
Cross button.
They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Entering play call. Close. We have not. Podkey. Formation. Weak. Strong. I form. Concept. Screen. Play action. Do. Pass print HD flat.
You can't block me. You can't block me. 42's the money, boys. 42. 42's the money. Drop deep, drop deep.
Cross button.
Now it's Fields.
Triangle button.
This one swung out to
Cross
Williams.
button.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well.
Entering play call. Play call.
Who can blame him?
Concept. Formation. I form. Strong. Close. AHP zone WK.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42. We gotta get to the ball, team. We gotta get to the ball. Let's get moving.
Cross button.
They'll try it
R2
around
button.
Williams. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they...
Entering play call. Close. Podkey.
Definitely hard to
Hot
find.
end around. End around. Double twist.
Running it.
AHP off tackle. AHP dive.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Hey, 4 down. Check, 42's the money. Check, 42's the money. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Cross button.
Action. It's
Circle button.
feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Jonathan Bostic in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
Entering play call. Pa end around. Podkey. AHP off tackle. Formation. Concept. Keep. Meet. Run. Screen. Play action. Pass print HD flat. Pa HD reel.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Cross button.
Here's Fields.
Triangle button. Circle button.
And he hits him in stride. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Entering play call, coach suggest gun plan. There are 9 formation. There are 9 strong, weak, strong, close. AHD zone WK.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Cross button.
They run
button.
Williams. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Williams stopped up short of the goal line on 4th down.
And Washington is able to come up with a goal line.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
This lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Brady. That's complete to Ward. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
It's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Brady to throw again. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He'll get this to Ward. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception.
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Finding his target, it's Ward. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, You don't react as fast as you should on other
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Again, it's Brady. And his throw here's incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Play action, now it's Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
Button.
Offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that.
Entering play call, players. You have 9 options. WFT is selected. AHP dive.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable
Cross button.
lead. A play fake now.
R1 button. Circle button.
This is
Square button.
And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. That catch good for only a couple.
Entering play call and around formation. There are 3 strong.
Turn into a big play.
Close. Call and around. AHP zone WK. Call and around.
For a minimal gain.
We got 4. We got 4. Watch 23. Watch 23.
From the 44, Fields.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Triangle button. Square button.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They have the nice cushion. They just won't pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship.
Entering play call. AHP zone. Hockey. Formation. There. Weak. Pistol. Weak. Strong. Glow. And around. Double post. AHP off tackle.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Cross button.
Throw is Fields.
R1 button. Square button. Triangle button.
And that is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type
Entering play call. Formation. Concept. Screen pass. Run. Option. Quick pass. Medium pass.
I guess you're
Deep
right.
pass.
If they can get some
Play
first
action.
downs,
Pass.
just as good as running the football.
Bus sprint HB. Car red.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Circle button.
Here's Fields.
Triangle button.
He'll get this into the
Cross button.
Stevenson. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Entering play call. Do. Concept. Screen pass. Run. Inside zone split. AHP zone WK. Cross button.
They'll try and run.
Cross button.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to.
Entering play call. Inside zone split. Close zone STR. Inside zone split.
Picking up good yardage.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Cross-cutting.
Now Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Entering play call. Inside zone fit jet. AHD zone WK.
All those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Cross-cutting. R2-cutting.
And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9.
Entering play call. Inside zone fit jet.
3rd down.
Option. Good pass. Medium. Keep pass. Play action pass. Formation. I form. Close. AHD leg dive.
See why that trend.
AHD stretch. AHD leg dive.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Cross-cutting.
They'll try and run some clock here
Cutting.
on the ground. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Javonte Williams
With touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacking.
Entering play calls, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays.
And it was the rookie Javonte Williams who finished it off with a touchdown.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 5 yards on the...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Offensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 36, Brady.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, it's Brady. He finds his man, complete. That's Moore. Maybe
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
after the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around.
Entering play call, normal. There are 4 categories. You have 27 options. Cover 3 sky is selected.
And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Brady got to have this one. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan. And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following.
Entering play call, PHP stretch.
They'll run to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have pretty option. Inside zone.
Clock ticking.
AHP dive. AHP stretch. Inside zone. Close zone at AHP stretch.
I got you. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Roll it.
Cross button.
They stay on the ground this time.
Cross button.
Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to...
Entering play call. Recent plays. Favorites. There. Personnel. Play type. There. Person. Special teams. 1 RB bar 0 T bar 4 WR. 3 RB bar 2 T bar 0 WR. QB kneel. QB kneel is selected.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Panthers, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with
Post-game
the
report
Seattle
player
Seahawks.
stats.